What's up, guys? This video is going to be a health video, and in a previous video of mine, I mentioned the fact that I had an issue with my foot. I had something was called the HPV virus, the human papilloma virus, or something to that extent, where basically I started out with one plantar wart on my foot. I didn't know what it was. I thought it was a piece of metal stuck in my foot. I tried to dig it out on several occasions, and this went on for months. Finally went to the emergency room when I couldn't barely walk on my foot anymore. They took x-rays, said they found nothing, and shooed me out of the emergency room. Now, I don't have medical coverage, but that didn't stop me from going to the doctor. I just held off on it and held off on it. The more research I did, I found out what it was, and the options were to go to a doctor and have them freeze the warts, or take a laser and burn the warts off, or a surgical procedure and cut the warts out. Either way, it was going to be unpleasant. You have to go back to the doctor several times, and it may not work. They can't guarantee that the treatment would work. So I had knowledge of Dr. Sebi from before, but when you're young and you're feeling healthy, everything is moving and grooving. You're like, oh yeah, all that healthy stuff, all them herbs and supplements. Okay, cool. But I'm feeling good. But it's when you're not feeling good, when something happens to you, causes you to take drastic measures. So, make a long story short, I've been battling this for almost a year. I have been battling this. Somewhere around last February, I think, I felt this thing in my foot. And all through the spring, all through the summer, all through the fall, and the beginning of the winter, it got progressively worse, to the point where up until about a week ago, I was walking with a cane for about 4 months. I couldn't hardly drive. I couldn't put no pressure on my right foot. I couldn't stand on it at all. The pain was intense. Intense, I tell you. Even to take a shower was an ordeal. I had to take the cane in the shower with me and do all kind of maneuvers to stop myself from falling. Almost slipped and fell with the cane. I'm not used to walking with a cane, so there's a wet spot on the floor. Anything like that, I almost broke an arm, falling from a cane, It was terrible. And I said, here I am. I can't be crippled, man. That's the one thing. I joke with my friends. I could tolerate being black. I could tolerate being poor. I could tolerate being fat. I could tolerate being a lot of things. But cripple ain't one of them. I can't do that. I like to ride. I just did a bike life video, bike life versus racism video. Bikes is my thing. I gotta ride. I gotta be active out there. Playing ball, that's a secondary thing, playing basketball, but I like to be active. So anyway, this video is about this. This Irish sea moss, I know it's going to look backwards on the screen here, but this is called raw organic Irish sea moss, right? It's a white powder. If I can get a look inside, you see the scooper there and you see the white powder. So even though it's called sea moss, it's not green. Even the actual sea moss itself looks like clear noodles. Look like some clear ramen noodles when you see the sea moss. Right? They recommend taking 3 scoops a day. I started with 1 a day because the taste is a little harsh. It's just almost like drinking seawater. I mixed it in one type of juice, some type of grape or cranberry juice. That wasn't it. It was harsh. Finally, the acidity of orange juice kind of neutralized the harshness a little bit of this. So I've been mixing it with orange juice. Within 3 days, the wart started clearing up on my foot. The pain went away after damn near 1 day of taking this. After 3 days, I was able to walk around without the cane. By the 5th day of taking this, I'm no cane, no limping, full pressure back on my foot. My ankle is sore and a little weak because I've been limping around on my, haven't been using my right leg basically. And my ankle's a little weak, probably a little atrophied. But I'm about 80% right now. I can walk. You know, I went out and walked the dog for the first time in months. Went out for a 45-minute walk. I'm gonna be back on the bike soon, putting in that time on the bike, getting back in shape. I owe this to Dr. Sebi and his family. You know, God rest his soul, Dr. Sebi's not with us anymore. But please do your research on Dr. Sebi, Sebi. He's a tall, dark-skinned Honduran man, black man from Honduras. Okay, he's done seminars, he's done videos, he's done lectures. He won a Supreme Court case in New York City for proving that he cured his patients of AIDS, diabetes, cancer, blindness, herpes, you name it. Okay, he's cured it. Okay, and not with this, but with some other herbs, he's cured those things. But this is what he recommends along with this black seed oil. I know it's backwards there, but I'm gonna hold it up so you can figure it out. This is called black cumin seed oil. But just to make it short, black seed oil. You don't have to necessarily get this brand. I started taking this as well. But this did the job by itself. Okay, raw organic sea moss. They have it in pill form. They have it in the powder like this. And they have it in a gel form as well. Okay, and you can actually buy this raw organic sea moss itself that looks like clear noodles and make it yourself. You can make a gel out of it yourself or turn it into a powder yourself. You can cook with this. You can put this in sauces like spaghetti sauce or any type of sauce, you know, cooking with it. I don't know all the recipes, but you can cook with this. Dr. Sebi's people recommend putting this in water and fasting for a week with this, with fruit and water and this to cleanse your body. I haven't done any of that yet. I'm still eating meat. I'm cutting it down, you know, whittling it away slowly, but we're working on it. I've been drinking protein drinks in place of a lot of meat meals, so I'm trying to phase the meat out slowly. But even still eating meat, still eating sweets, this still worked. Even mixed in stale store-bought orange juice, not even fresh squeezed orange juice. You know, I have a juicer here, but I just haven't done it. I've been putting it in that stale store-bought orange juice. Still worked. Still worked. I recommend it, people. I don't know if you don't have to necessarily get this brand. This is called Bear Organics, right? But I'm telling you that this worked. Dr. Sebi's people sell and on their website. You have numerous other websites and people that sell sea moss. The only reason I didn't order from Dr. Sebi's people first was because I wanted to try it. I needed it fast. I didn't want to wait in the mail. I was in so much pain. I said, I just got to try and see if it works. So I went to a natural food supermarket in my area. And any natural health food store should carry raw organic sea moss, either in the pill form, the gel, the powder, or the actual sea moss itself, which again looks like clear noodles. Dr. Sebi recommends, Dr. Sebi's family and his people's representatives recommend, if you don't do nothing else, you take these two things: black seed oil, Irish sea moss. Okay? And I'm not going to talk on too long. You know, the warts cleared up. They're starting to fall out, dry up. I no longer feel discomfort. I no longer feel pain. And now just imagine if I go full Sebi and follow his diet to the letter, I'll probably drop another 7,500 pounds. My skin will probably clear up. So in a year's time, God willing, I'm still around, and you see me making videos, you might see a totally different person, because I'm going to dive deep into this. This was a lifesaver. I've been relatively healthy my whole life. There's only been one other issue that I just couldn't make my mind get rid of the sickness. Like usually I can just tell myself, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good, and walk it off, like they say back in the day. Throw some Robitussin on it and walk it off. But not this time. I couldn't do it when I had a bad wisdom tooth that eventually got infected, and I had to use antibiotics to clear up the infection for the bad wisdom tooth. That was one thing I couldn't will away with my mind. The other thing was these plantar warts I had on my foot. I could not will them away. I could not ignore them, and they just went away. They just progressively got worse and worse. My foot started to swell up. Some people said I might have had the gout. Maybe it could have been a combination of the gout and warts, but it was just the warts, in my opinion. I don't believe I had the gout. Okay, either way, whether it was the warts or the gout, this raw organic sea moss cleared it up. And once again, I have to mention Dr. Sebi and his family that continues his work. Thank you. God rest your soul wherever you are, Dr. Sebi. I appreciate you. I appreciate the family. To anybody out there that's going through any type of ailments or things, yes, go to your medical doctor. But they do not prescribe natural remedies. They work for Big Pharma. That doesn't mean they're terrible human beings. That's just the way they were trained. They were trained to write prescriptions. Okay, if I would have went to the doctor, he would have never recommended this because they can't swipe your insurance card for this. This was $26 in the store for an 8-ounce container of this. I'm not saying don't use medical doctors. I'm saying use them, but also use the natural herbalist. Go out there and get your own information. Use the natural herbs. Use the fruits, vegetables that's good for your body. And stop running to the doctor, letting them write you a bunch of prescription medications that more than likely is poison anyway. Just to keep it all the way 100. Most of those prescriptions, they just put a Band-Aid on your issue. They might dull the pain slightly, but the pain never goes away. I want the cure, baby. I don't want the Band-Aid. I don't want the Band-Aid. I want the cure. Okay? I don't want to keep taking pills that's hurting my stomach. I was taking so many painkillers, I was throwing up. I got deathly sick twice. Just for 3 days at a clip. Just from overdoing it with painkillers. Anything I could find. Acetaminophen, this, that. Anything to take some of the edge off the pain in my foot. Nothing did it but this. All right, so I don't want to ramble on too long and make this a 20-minute video. But please, people. Okay? And for the men, Dr. Sebi's people also recommended this here. I can't even pronounce this, so I'm going to just let y'all look at this. Write the letters down, take a screenshot, whatever you need to do. This is like a testosterone replacement. I've been taking this for about 2 days. I'll let y'all know in about a week's time how that's working out. But so far, I have all the energy in the world that I need. From taking these every day, now I just added this. This is basically testosterone for men. Okay, with no harmful side effects. I can't even pronounce what the hell this is. Okay? So yeah. I wouldn't recommend. I'm not getting paid. There's no ad, I'm not getting paid for this. Okay, I'm not getting paid to endorse Dr. Sebi or his family or his work either. I'm just telling you what worked for me. Maybe it can work for you. Okay? Till next time. Can't even click the start button, people.